How repayment guarantees in EB-5 projects can lower your investment risk. Getting a U.S. green card through the EB-5 program requires a significant investment of $800,000. How can you protect your invested funds and increase your chances of getting a timely return? One of the most effective ways of lowering your investment risk is to choose an EB-5 project offering a repayment guarantee. Contrary to what some EB-5 investors believe, repayment guarantees are allowed under the EB-5 program and can offer a high level of financial security. In this informative video, we'll discuss why a repayment guarantee is allowed and how to choose one that will effectively reduce your investment risk. The EB-5 program's at-risk requirement. The EB-5 program requires that your investment must be at risk to be eligible for a green card. This means that you must be able to experience either financial gain or loss from your investment. A contractual right to repayment of your EB-5 investment is not allowed. The funds must be genuinely invested in the project. However, being at risk doesn't mean that you need to invest in a risky EB-5 project. Instead, you can choose a financially strong EB-5 project with a low financial risk and still comply with the at-risk requirement. This is where repayment guarantees come in. As we will see later, a repayment guarantee significantly lowers your investment risk, but does not eliminate it completely. Therefore, repayment guarantees comply with the at-risk requirement. What is a repayment guarantee? An EB-5 repayment guarantee is a promise made by a guarantor to the investment fund lending your money to the EB-5 project. This guarantor promises to repay your EB-5 funds if the EB-5 project fails to do so. As long as the guarantor has enough capital to repay the EB-5 loan, it should follow through on the guarantee, even if the EB-5 project fails financially. In this way, a repayment guarantee gives you an extra layer of financial security for your EB-5 investment. You may now get a return on your funds even if the EB-5 project does not have enough capital to repay you. However, some regional centers and EB-5 brokers spread misinformation about repayment guarantees. They may claim that EB-5 projects that offer repayment guarantees do not comply with program rules. You might wonder, if my investment comes with a repayment guarantee, how can it be at risk? As mentioned earlier, a repayment guarantee reduces financial risk, but does not eliminate it. Even though it's unlikely, the guarantor promising to repay the EB-5 funds could default. This puts your EB-5 investment at risk. For example, if a well-established company like Microsoft were to act as the guarantor for your EB-5 loan, the risk would be very low but still present. Microsoft could theoretically default and fail to repay the EB-5 loan. Even though this scenario is highly unlikely, it could still take place. So, repayment guarantees can significantly increase your chances of getting a return on your funds, but still allow you to qualify for an EB-5 green card. How to find a reliable EB-5 repayment guarantee. Reliable EB-5 projects that offer a repayment guarantee are rare in the EB-5 market. When you come across such an EB-5 project, it's essential to evaluate it carefully. Do research on the guarantor's track record and their assets. Look for the guarantor's audited financial statements. If a regional center is reluctant to provide the guarantor's financial documents, this indicates a lack of transparency. Also, make sure to read the repayment guarantee terms closely to verify any claims made by the project sponsors. Look for signs of common ownership between the regional center and the guarantor. These relationships can create conflicts of interest and potentially weaken the repayment guarantee. To follow through on the repayment guarantee, the guarantor should be financially strong and ideally have a diversified asset portfolio. The guarantor should have more assets and equity than required to repay the EB-5 funds. Key questions to ask about a repayment guarantee. Before you invest, there are several questions you should ask about the repayment guarantee and the guarantor. 1. What is the history and track record of the guarantor and its affiliates? 2. Have the guarantor and its affiliates borrowed from institutional lenders before? 3. Are the guarantor's debts in good standing? 4. What types of assets does the guarantor possess? 5. Are the guarantor's assets enough to cover the EB-5 loan? By getting answers to these questions, you can ensure that the repayment guarantee will truly protect your investment. EB-5 successful projects with repayment guarantees. USCIS has approved many EB-5 projects with repayment guarantees. These include EB-5 projects with the Coulter Group, one of the largest developers in the United States. Since 2014, EB-5 has collaborated with the Coulter Group on multiple EB-5 projects. Each project has featured a repayment guarantee from Coulter, or the ability to add one. EB-5 and Coulter's projects enjoy a 100% USCIS project approval rate. In addition, many of EB-5 and Coulter's projects have gotten exemplar status from USCIS and I-526 approvals for their investors. Coulter is a strong guarantor, having invested in over 180 projects valued at over $24 billion. Since 1997, Coulter has never failed to repay a loan or complete a project. Why choose EB-5 projects with a repayment guarantee? EB-5 is committed to offering EB-5 projects that protect our investors' hard-earned funds and help them immigrate through the EB-5 program. Each of our projects features a repayment guarantee from well-capitalized and independent companies like Coulter. With a 100% project approval rate with USCIS, our regional center EB-5 projects are designed to provide you with the highest level of financial security while ensuring compliance with all EB-5 requirements. We encourage you to evaluate each project's specifics carefully. Feel free to contact us for a detailed discussion on how a repayment guarantee can help reduce your investment risk in EB-5 projects. We are committed to full transparency and gladly share all relevant documents with potential investors. Get started on a safe path to a green card by scheduling a free consultation at eb5investments.com.